to my second part of Modern Warfare 3 Create a Class guide. So, moving on to the perks, I'm going through all the perks and I'll try to explain to you what they do and what they are. So, there are some differences from previous Call of Duties, and there are some returning perks. So, let's go to the Tier 1 perk package. So the first perk we have here is called Recon. Explosive damage paints the targets on the minimap. What this means is every time you throw a grenade or a Semtex and it hits the target, it hits an enemy, it will put him on a map. It will basically put a dot on the map, or the enemy or several enemies. The pro version of it is bullet damage paints the target on the map. So it's basically the same as the grenade, but it's with bullets. Every time you hit an enemy with your weapon, it will put him up on the map. Moving on to Sleight of Hand. Same as previous Call of Duties, the normal version is just faster reloading. It reduces the reload time for all the weapons you have considerably. The pro version of it though is you can swap your weapons faster. This is new. It would usually be aimed out of sight faster, but they took it out of here and just put swap weapons faster, which is a way better pro version of the perk. Moving on to Blind Eye. Undetectable air support in sentries. So this is part of a stealth class, if you want to say it like that. So basically what this means is all the air support from the enemy and the sentries won't detect you. Other than that, UAVs and EMPs will affect you, but some air supports and some sentries won't see you. The pro version of it is launchers lock on quicker and extra bullet damage versus air support and sentries. What this means is every time you're gonna lock on to a target, let's say to a UAV, you lock on with your missile launcher, it will lock on way faster than you would without it, and your bullet will do more damage to air supports like aircrafts and turrets than it would without it. Moving on to extreme conditioning. Extreme conditioning allows you to sprint for longer distances, and that's about it. No unlimited sprinting, but just for a longer distance than normally would. The extreme conditioning, the pro version of it though, lets you climb obstacles faster, so if there's anything you can climb, you'll do it faster with extreme conditioning pro. Moving on to Scavenger. Scavenger lets you resupply from dead enemies. However, it will only let you resupply magazines, ammunition for your primary and secondary weapon. It won't let you resupply any sort of equipment whatsoever, nor grenades like launcher grenades. The pro version of it is you get extra mags. That's it. Moving on to the second tier of perks, we got Quick Draw, which it's basically faster aiming down the sight. So it allows you to aim down the sights way faster than you would without it. The pro version of it is recover from equipment and grenade usage quicker. What this means is it will, every time you throw a grenade or place a turret or wherever, it will let you do it quicker. So if you throw a grenade, it will throw quicker. If you place a trophy system, for example, or a claymore, it will do it way quicker than it would without it. Moving on to Blast Shield. Blast Shield increases your explosive resistance. What this means is you'll be more resistant to grenades and general explosions. Not too much. I think it's a 30% increase, but it is considerably more. The pro version of it is it lets you resist to flash and stun grenades. What this means is every time you get flashed, or stunned, it will reduce the time. I think you only get for like a second or something like that. It doesn't completely protect you from it, but it will reduce it considerably. Moving on to Hardline. Hardline kill streaks require one less kill, so if you have point streaks or kill streaks, it will reduce for 1 point. Like if you have 4 points for a UAV, with the hardline will get you 3 points. The pro version of it is every 2 assists count as a kill towards your kill streak. That streaks require one less death. What this means is when you do 2 assists, it will count as a kill. So if you have a kill streak, it would count towards your kill streak, and for your death streaks, it will require one less death. So instead of being 5 deaths to have martyrdom, it will be 4 deaths. So it just basically reduces your kill streaks and death streaks by 1. What's new here is it will give you the assists for a kill. Moving on to Assassin. Assassin lets you be undetectable by UAV, portable radar, thermal, and heartbeat sensors. The pro version of it is you are immune to CUAV and EMP. No red crosshair or name when targeted. What this means is it will basically make you invisible by the UAVs and advanced UAV. Portable radars and thermals and heartbeat sensors, nothing of that will detect you, and you won't have when a player targets you, it won't show up your name behind, just above you, and nothing, or red crosshair, so nothing to indicate that you are an enemy. So it will kind of confuse the players a bit more. Moving on to Overkill. Overkill will let you carry 2 primary weapons. What this means is on your secondary weapon slot you can carry another, what is so-called the primary weapon. This is kind of useful if you want to carry 2 primary weapons instead of just a secondary one. The pro version of this is you can add an attachment on your secondary primary weapon. This basically means that on your secondary weapon slots, if you chose a primary, it will let you add an attachment to it. Right, moving on to the third tier of the perks. We got Marksman. Marksman is basically lets you identify targets at a longer range. This is more for a sniper kind of class, where if you aim in the general direction of an enemy, it will show you his name on the radar, assuming they don't have assassin, but we'll just basically identify it at a way longer range. The pro version of it, it will let you hold breath for longer. So when you're aiming down a sniper scope and you just hold your breath, this marksman will allow you to hold your breath for longer so you can focus and shoot your target. Moving on to Stalker. Stalker will let you move faster while you're aiming down the sight. So this is a great, more defensive, aggressive style of play. The pro version of it will delay detection, trigger explosives. What this means is if you step on a claymore or a bouncy bed, it will considerably delay its time of explosion, so you can just, if you're running by, you can just run by without getting hit as much. Moving on to Sit Rep. Sit Rep will let you detect enemy explosives and tactical equipment. What this means is basically if the enemy places any sort of equipment, like any turrets or claymores, bouncy baddies, anything whatsoever, portable radars, anything whatsoever, it will let you detect it through walls, but only at a certain distance though. So you need to be sort of close to it to detect it. The pro version of this is will let you hear your enemies louder, so you will have louder enemy footsteps. So you will hear them a bit more loud than they normally would. Moving on to Steady Aim. Well, Steady Aim is basically just will increase your hip fire accuracy. So basically, if you're just firing off the hip, instead of the bullets spraying all over the place, they will be more directed. The pro version of this perk is weapons is ready faster after sprinting. So what this means is after you sprint, you will be able to shoot your weapon faster than you normally would. This is great for aggressive classes and just running and gunning, so it is a good perk. Moving on to the last perk of this tier, Dead Silence. Dead Silence is basically you can move quietly and reduce the effects of recon. So what this means is you will make less noise, not completely soundless. You'll make some sound, but it's really hard to detect. And reduce the effects of recon. So basically when an enemy throws a grenade at or shoots at you, you will you'll stay on the map for less time than you normally would. The pro version of this is no falling damage, so you can basically just fall from any height, you will never receive any damage or die from it. That is it for all the perks in this guide. I will continue on the guide with the strike packages in death streaks. Hopefully you like this video, and if you do, please subscribe because I am doing a lot more guides like this. Thank you for watching.